Hello YouTube, Grand Captain Speedy Dash here. Last time on What If Ginyu Stole Frieza's Body, Ginyu decides to ally with Goku and friends. How will Ginyu affect Cell's plan? Find out now. Piccolo is about to try and end Cell, with Krillin, Tien, and Trunks arriving. Cell feels that it lost control of the situation and uses a solar flare to escape. Trunks is curious who Cell was, with Piccolo stating he'll answer when the rest arrive. After everyone arrives, Piccolo begins to explain what happened. Vegeta states that he'll become the strongest before leaving. Trunks and Krillin head off to Dr. Gero's sub-lab, with Jice stating the rest of the Ginyu Force will guard Kame House, while Piccolo and Tien try to hunt Cell. Time passes until Goku wakes up, with him convincing Chi-Chi to let him train with Gohan. Goku encounters Ginyu on his way out of Kame House, with Ginyu getting interested when learning about the Room of Spirit and Time, with the two quickly leaving. After finding Gohan, Vegeta, and Trunks, they arrive at the lookout. Vegeta demands to train first, and after a little argument, Vegeta and Trunks enter the Room of Spirit and Time. Giving up on their hunt, Piccolo and Tien head to Kame House. The androids shortly arrive, with Piccolo convincing them to fight elsewhere. 17 states that Piccolo's death could be avoided if he just tells them where Goku is, before stepping up to fight alone. Piccolo thinks this is a perfect chance to stop Cell from achieving his perfect form by at least destroying one android. 17 is surprised as the fight starts with Piccolo holding a clear edge. As the fight continues, 17 tries again to get Goku's location from Piccolo, but Piccolo remains defiant. However, the fight is soon interrupted as Cell arrives, with the Ginyu Force beside Ginyu arriving as well. Piccolo quickly explains what Cell wants, telling the androids to leave before he starts fighting Cell along with the Ginyu Force. 17 doesn't listen and starts fighting with Cell as well. Cell is easily beating them all, with it knocking out the Ginyu Force and seemingly killing Piccolo. 16 tells 18 to run before he joins the fight, stopping Cell from absorbing 17 and seemingly killing Cell. Cell, however, was still alive and is able to quickly absorb 17. 16 rushes back into the fight, but is effortlessly dispatched by semi-perfect Cell. Cell turns its attention to 18, but is interrupted by Tien, whose Tri-Beam is able to hold Cell back long enough for 18 to escape. Enraged by this, Cell kills Tien before returning to his quest for 18. After Cell leaves, Goku and Ginyu arrive, finding Piccolo and the Ginyu Force barely alive. Tien isn't as lucky, but Goku still brings his body back to the lookout, while Ginyu collects Piccolo and the Ginyu Force. Goku and Ginyu return to the lookout, arriving just as Vegeta and Trunks leave the Room of Spirit and Time. Vegeta states that there is no need for them to bother training, because he'll take care of Cell, then maybe he'll take care of Ginyu as well. Goku and Gohan enter the Room of Spirit and Time to begin their training. While Cell is failing to search for 18, Vegeta confronts Cell. Cell is surprised to see Vegeta, and even more surprised at him thinking he can destroy it. Vegeta in Super Saiyan Grade 2 is easily overpowering Cell. Cell is surprised at being unable to compete against Vegeta, and soon yells out in frustration that if only it reached its perfect form. This intrigues Vegeta, with him deciding to let Cell continue its search. Trunks quickly gets in Cell's way, but this helps Cell catch sight of 18. Realizing Cell found 18, Trunks yells for 18 to leave and attempts to kill Cell, but Vegeta gets in the way. Trunks knocks away Vegeta before rushing after Cell, but it uses a solar flare, giving it time to absorb 18. After its transformation finishes, Cell is left in awe, admiring its perfect form. Soon, Cell starts throwing some punches, then kicking Krillin away, with Trunks rushing to save Krillin. Vegeta mocks Cell for attacking Krillin, with Cell asking for Vegeta to help it warm up, with Vegeta joking that Cell will be dead before its warm-up is finished. Cell is overpowering Vegeta, with it being disappointed that Vegeta isn't more of a challenge. Vegeta gets enraged and launches a final flash, destroying some of Cell. Cell looks like it's greatly injured, but it reveals that it was faking it before regenerating its arm. Vegeta tries to continue fighting, but he's at a much greater disadvantage against Cell now. Cell shortly knocks Vegeta out, with Trunks stepping in. Trunks transforms into Super Saiyan Grade 3 and starts fighting Cell. Cell is easily outmaneuvering Trunks and shortly reveals it also has a buff form before explaining why the form is ultimately useless. Reverting back to normal, Trunks admits he lost and is ready for Cell to kill him. Cell asks a few questions before stating that it will hold a tournament. Trunks is confused by Cell, with it explaining that it wants to prove its perfection before leaving. Back at the lookout, Vegeta states that Ginyu, Piccolo, Trunks, Goku, and Gohan will each get a day, and then he'll take the remaining 4 for himself, with the rest of the Ginyu Force objecting. Piccolo informs Vegeta that someone can only spend 2 days in the Room of Spirit and Time before they are trapped there forever. Just then, Goku and Gohan leave the Room of Spirit and Time a little early, surprising the others. After being caught up with everything, Goku rejects using the Room of Spirit and Time more and instead heads off to train and rest outside. Moments later, Goku shows off his power to Korin, which shocks everyone on the lookout, with Vegeta rushing Ginyu to start his training already. After a day, Goku returns to the lookout while Vegeta is training, asking if Piccolo could split to get the Dragon Balls back, but Piccolo states that he can't. Goku soon thinks to ask the Namekians if they could get another Namekian to be Kami. It takes a few minutes, but they finally get in contact with King Kai, who communicates with the Namekians. Grand Elder Mori is happy to help, with Dende being ready and willing to assist. After collecting the Namekian Dragon Balls, they wish Dende to Goku. Dende is shocked when he sees Frieza on the lookout, but Goku explains that it's Ginyu and he's an ally. However, Dende is still a bit uneasy around Ginyu. Goku states he'll be back, with him leaving the lookout and shortly returning with Gohan and Krillin, who are surprised to see Dende. Dende revives Shenron with some upgrades, with Goku telling Gohan to relax until the Cell Games, with Goku leaving to collect the Dragon Balls. Time passes until it's time for the Cell Games. Hercule Satan enters the ring, stating he'll destroy Cell, but is shortly knocked out of the ring. Goku enters the ring for the next fight of the Cell Games, with Cell stating it wanted to save Goku for last. Cell and Goku start fighting, with them each having close calls falling out of the ring. Getting tired of the potential of ring out, Cell decides to remove the ring from the equation and destroys it. Goku and Cell continue the fight, with Goku shortly using the instant transmission Kamehameha, obliterating half a Cell. Cell shortly regenerates, with the fight continuing until Cell suggests that Goku should eat a senzu so the fight could continue. Goku decides that he's done and gives up. Everyone is surprised, especially when Goku names Gohan as the next fighter, but Ginyu states that he'll fight next and steps up. Ginyu starts fighting Cell, with him being at a huge disadvantage against it. Cell is disappointed that Ginyu demanded a fight, and this is what he brings, but he states that this was just a warm-up before transforming into his golden form. Golden Ginyu is overpowering Cell, with Cell starting to flail using its buff form, with Ginyu retaliating, causing Cell to throw up 18. Cell reverts back to his semi-perfect form and is trembling in front of Ginyu. Ginyu uses telekinesis to move 18 away from Cell and prepares to kill Cell, but it pulls out its last resort and prepares to self-destruct. Cell quickly warns Ginyu that any attack will cause it to blow up early, killing everyone else. Ginyu states that he won't let Cell do that before using telekinesis to throw it into space. Everyone is surprised that Ginyu saved the Earth, with Goku being happy that he helped change Ginyu. Dice and the rest of the Ginyu Force are loudly celebrating their captain being the strongest in the universe. Suddenly, their celebration is interrupted as Cell comes crashing back down to Earth, with it now being in its own golden form. Cell first congratulates Ginyu for his strength, thanking Ginyu for pushing it beyond perfection, then finally states it will now kill them all. This is where I'll end the part for now. How will Golden Ginyu's strength hold up against Golden Cell? Find out next time on What If Ginyu Stole Frieza's Body? If you enjoy my content, check out my Steam group and Discord to join the community I'm building, as well as liking the video and subscribing to my channel. And if you have any money to spare, maybe consider throwing a little of it my way. And as always, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are.